Alright, welcome back. So in our last video we went over how to set up charts and how to place an order. We would have went over the concept of placing an order on a chart, right? As well as the other features that are available on the chart, such as the indicators and the drawings. Now in this video we'll just be finishing up on the chart, placing an order on the chart, as well as showing you how to modify an order on the chart. So we're gonna go on here where we see WHLR Wheeler. This is our default watch list that we would have created and we added the stock. Once we select that and we want to place an order on this stock here, this cart icon on the top, let's put it on the 5 minute time frame. We're gonna press that cart icon, and then once we select that cart icon, we see our order entry come up. This is the chart order entry for the mobile option. Now, the quantity for this stock here is 1 because we're just testing, so we're just testing and it shows 1 stock. The order type is a limit order type and the validity is good till cancel. Now, the limit price is 6.08 and given that we're buying the stock, so we're going long, if we were to buy the stock at 608 and it's currently trading at 619 or 620, it won't get filled until the price drops below 608 or at 608. So to save us some time, for the sake of this tutorial, we're going to put it at 630, the limit price. And we're going to place the order, we're going to place the order, a buy order, and it comes up with a notification saying the limit order will basically fill immediately because it's way above the price that it's currently trading at. We select yes, and our order is open. Now, at the top there, we see some notifications popping up shows that limit order was filled. We're currently seeing an icon to the far left like a suitcase, and then we see a value. That value shows you how much you're down. So you're currently down 80 cents based on the price that you entered. So whether you're in profit or loss, you'll be able to see that they're live on the chart while you're trading. Now let's say we want to modify the trade and put a stop loss on that trade and a take profit on that trade while the trade is open, we will press this suitcase icon there and it will give us this pop-up. Now once you see this pop-up, the TP is the take profit. We can drag that to wherever we want the take profit to be, whether that's $1.25 or move it down to 81 cents. If we were to drag it up to $1 and let's say 21 cents, and there we get this option here that says modify position. Take profit price 738. We just press OK, and the take profit order was placed, but it's not yet been filled, so it's now a pending order. And we will do the same to the stop loss. We're going to drag the stop loss down, and it's now at 130. Now it says modify position. Okay, we modify the position, and there we have our stop loss and our take profit. Now um, this is our order. This is our trade here, and the trade has been executed, and then we were able to modify the trade and add a take profit and a stop loss to that trade, right? Now the next thing we will be doing is, let's say we wanted to place the stop loss and the take profit before entering the trade. This is what we would have discussed in the previous video. We would just press this option here to select the price that we want the stop loss to be, and press this option here to select the price of what we want the take profit to be. Let me do that again. So we can just press this and press this option, and it activates the take profit and the sell price, and then we would set those at a price that we want to be, and if we want to place a trade, we would go ahead and place the trade, and it would open with the take profit and the stop loss, right? Now if you wanted to make any further modifications on the chart here, we could just press that to close out the chart order entry there. We could press the hamburger sign at the far right, and there we could change the chart style to area chart, to line chart, or to the regular candlesticks. And for chart templates, we could just select that option for chart templates, And the other options that you were seeing at the top, you can see them here. Drawings and indicators. And if you want settings, we could just press settings and we could go to settings. And we can modify the settings. Now, let's go back. Now we have a trade on. I want to show you a few other things here. Seeing that we have a trade open at the moment, we notice at the bottom where it says positions, we have 1. Where it says orders, we have 2. So I'm going to go into detail on that. So when I press on this positions tab, we see that the position that we currently have open is 1 position, which is the WHLR stock. Quantity 1, profit on loss on that trade is 85 cents. And then the position balance here, if we select that option, is basically showing the gross P&L. So that's a P&L net of any fees, right? Now, at the bottom there, we see the total profit as well. So basically, the position section is just showing you the open position that is currently active and is showing you the active P&L as the trade is on. We have a trade on. So that's what the positions tab is showing you. If we were to go to the orders option, this is basically just showing you all the orders that have taken place. So working orders is basically showing you pending orders. So those are orders that have not yet been filled. So a stop loss is a pending order. It's not yet filled. It's placed there, but it's not yet triggered. And a take profit is the same thing. So the working orders is basically showing you that. Filled orders is showing you trades that have been executed for that specific day. And there is a calendar at the far right. If we press on the calendar, we can modify the date to filter out for the day that we want, whether that's today, last week, last 1 month, or so forth. So press today, and it shows us all the trades that we have put on today. Now, order history basically show you all the orders that have been submitted. That is filled orders, canceled orders, rejected orders, and expired orders. So you're basically seeing everything under the order history section, right? And it shows you the execution type, which would be if the order was created, filled, or rejected, or if you went ahead and canceled the order. So that's what those sections are for. Now, the order entry, this is another section where you can put on a trade. So because we opened the trade on the chart, we're going to be closing the trade on the regular order entry section here. So if we were to select order entry, and the default stock is the WHLR because that is the stock that we have open, I want to close the stock, right? I want to close this trade. So we open the trade using a limit order, and we're going to close the trade using a market order, right? So a limit order opens it at a specific price. The market order opens it at any available price in the market. So when we select the market order, I want you to notice that something changes. Let's put it at limit order. And you notice there's a limit price where you want to specify. But if you wanted to select the market order option, you notice that there is no limit price. Now, if we were to go ahead and send that order, it's a sell. So we want to sell to close the long position. You would send that order, and it says placing order, sell market, 1 equities of WHLR. We select that option, and the order has been closed out, right? So the reason why you're seeing SL order canceled and take profit order canceled was because those orders are pending orders. And once you close the trade, the take profit and stop loss that are attached to that order will also be closed out as well. So that is a full overview of the mobile application and all the features that are available. There's one additional thing. So let's say the more option here before we wrap up. We have the more option. Once we select that, we see a few other things. You see the rules FAQs. Once you select that, it takes you there. If you wanted to go to the live trading room, it takes you there. If you want to go to the dashboard, you can select the dashboard option and it will take you there. If you wanted to create alerts, it will do so by pressing alerts, create, and you would set your parameters based on what you want the alert to be. And if you wanted to go ahead and let's say change something in the settings, quantity in lots, you could check that order type, the default order type, what you want it to be. It's always set on limit. The default validity, what it's always set on is GTC. Show offset in. So when you're setting your stop loss and you're setting the price, you're setting the amount that you want it to move by. If it's at ticks, we know that if it's on ticks, it's basically one tick is basically 0.01 cent. However, if it's on points, we know 1 point is basically $1. Let's make note of this because a lot of traders who would open a position and close out immediately if you have a stop loss on, it's because it sets the tick. So 2 ticks is basically 2 cents, and 10 ticks is 10 cents basically. So it's best to keep it at points and the confirmations here. So whenever you're placing an order, you know the confirmation that would pop up, whether that be order sending, order modifying, order executing. You can uncheck those if you don't want those pop-ups. And if you want the alerts, a sound or the alert type, condition, what you want those to be. Now, the biometric authentication is up to you whether you want that to be active when you're logging in. So yeah, that is a full overview of the mobile application trading software. So thank you for taking your time out to learn about the features that are available on the mobile application. If you need any further assistance, you can always come back to the video or you can always come to chat. We're available 24/7. Thank you.